Hey, what up, world? What's happening, man? We back.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Got a special guest in the building. The one, the only, OG
OG
Green, man. You know
What's
what I'm
up?
saying?
What's up?
Hey,
Yes,
y'all know what's
sir.
going on, man. We back with another episode of the Heavy Grind Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Heavy Grind Podcast Season 3. You know what I'm saying? Yours truly, DJ Youngin. Shout out my homie, your favorite lockhead.
Lockhead.
And you already know how it go.
Don't
Lock
get it
in with your
twisted.
favorite lockhead, but what?
Don't
Don't
get
get
it
it twisted.
What
Nigga.
you said?
Don't
Yeah,
get it
man. So we
twisted.
back, man. Season 3, man. So for those who've been following us, who've been tapped in and ain't tapped out, you know what's going on. OG Green was with us on season 1. We chopped it up. We sat down. I just dropped the clip of that. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, we bringing up all the clips, all the archives from the past 2 seasons. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But Heavy Grind Podcast season 3, man. You know what I'm saying? We live from the living room. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. So OG Green, man, catch him up again, man. For those who may not know, or for those who don't know, who is OG Green, man?
Man, you want the truth? I'm just a regular degular dude, bro.
Fact.
Make music, yeah, down, stay out the way. Ain't nothing special to me, bro. I just like to teach folks how to do better for themselves, for real, for real. Ain't no more, no less. Like music I speak about was real in life, what I done went through, and just try and give lessons to everybody, for real, whether it's good or bad.
So when you say music, you say you do music. Like everybody say they do music. You know
Nah,
what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself an artist? Would you consider yourself a producer, a
None.
writer?
None of it. None of it. Everything.
All of
None
it.
of it, but all of it on some shit.
None
You
of it,
know.
but all of it.
Yeah. Cause bro, I can produce you. I can write for you. I can make a song. What you need, I can make you the beat. I can do all of it. You know what I mean?
Engineer,
The
mix,
engineer,
master, yeah.
yeah. The
Cover
list goes
art,
on.
the whole day.
List goes on, bro. You know, if you really want to be in the music, you got to be able to do it all.
You
It
kind of
ain't
do.
just no one trick ponies nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be able to do it all because like record labels and all that. Yeah, we not focused on them, but when it came down to record labels, they wanted somebody who already got some sort of motion, some sort of idea of what they trying to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you ain't got it all, how you gonna get any sort of motion if you ain't got no money behind you? You know what I mean? The money come from the record label sometimes.
You ain't got that engine.
Yeah.
No, for real.
So shit, you got to become your own engine.
What
For
you
real.
said. Exactly what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So man, like the last time we had you on the Heavy Grind podcast, it was season 1, as I mentioned, but
Yeah.
we was going through the pandemic, quarantine. You had the PPP ballers. You had all that going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
no disrespect or no hate or nothing. I'm just speaking facts, man.
Yeah,
We heavy on
true.
the grind, Heavy Grind podcast,
Yeah.
man. So how has life been since the pandemic, man? And speak on a few things, if you will.
I mean, really, since the pandemic, bro, everybody, everybody that went through a lot of shit, bro.
Right.
I wasn't one of the ones that did the PPP shit.
Me either.
But
I stayed out the way.
yeah, try. But nah, it ain't go through. So at that point, I ain't get it. But nah, ever since that, bro, my finances, everything just been on the up. Like I don't know if everybody else how it going for them, but like I heard it was a recession.
I mean, it's crazy you say that because it's a quote unquote recession whenever the consumer whenever the consumer spending is below 70%. You know what I'm saying? So anytime the consumer spend less than 70%, I forgot the exact number for the GDP, the gross domestic product.
Yeah.
They try to keep it at 70%. If it's not at 70%, we are in a recession. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But on that, man. So speak about your financial literacy journey, and growing and some of your investment.
For financial literacy, bro, like really, it came from having nothing. My dad, he ain't know nothing about no credit or nothing. So for me, I had to. It's crazy to say it, but from doing other shit, I had to learn about credit. You know, once I learned about that, I was like, oh, I can actually apply that to like my everyday life, you know. And
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
there, you know, started building my own credit score and all that. And really, folks don't realize it, but it opens doors to larger things and greater things in life, things that normally we wouldn't see. You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody know that you can really get easy $20,000 loans with over a 700 credit score and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to have job history and all that,
Right, right.
but there's ways to get some bread out here so that you can put it back into the things that you want, you know, and invest in yourself. So for me, financial literacy has been a journey where like I had to start off from the bottom and really learn it by doing other things and then, you know, incorporate it into a larger scale of my life. And then from there, like I say, teach folks who don't know about it. You know, hell, I taught my own dad about credit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so
That's fine.
like
That's fine.
financial literacy is a major thing, bro. Once you start understanding where your money going and how you spending it and what not to spend it on, you could do better. Like, man, that's why I say since COVID hit, bro, my finances only been on the up and up. Like,
Nah, for
I
real.
don't know about everybody else. That's why I laugh and say, "What recession, bro?"
Right.
Like,
Where you been getting some game from, man? Where you been getting some knowledge from, man? Point us in the right direction on that, man. I've been on my thing too, as far as you know what I'm saying, tapping in with Aristotle Investments,
mhm,
Wall Street Trapper, you know what I'm saying, Boyce Watkins, you know what I'm saying, Chris Sane, and these is
mhm,
all, you know what I'm saying, like black men who are successful in, you know, buying assets, trading, you know what I'm saying, and
yeah,
I just been trying to just learn the language, learn the
mhm.
lingo, you know what I'm saying, because it kind of go hand in hand with credit because
That's a
you could
fact.
leverage a lot of stuff, you could move stuff around, you know what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
Nah, for real.
Um, as far as where I get my info from, bro, I can't even put a finger on the source because you can't just only go to our people and try and get information because the information that's given to us at times is 30% of it, 50% of it. You know what I
True,
mean? In
true
order to
story.
get the full story, you got to go to the source. You know what I mean? You can't run around trying to ask. You remember that old game where if I tell you something, you got to keep passing it down the line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. I hear something from the source, and then I pass it on. You got 75% of the information. You pass it on. Next man got 60, 50, till it keeps getting watered down and diluted. Exactly.
Things get lost in translation,
Exactly.
language barriers. Nah, I respect that,
Yeah.
all that.
So you know you got to go to the source sometimes. Like whether you however you feel by anybody, you know what I mean? Arabians do it best, white folks do it best. Really, the Middle Eastern, they do it best. Them and Asians. So you really want to know some real literacy, go holler at some of them. You
Now, them
know?
folks got real natural resources, like
Yeah.
real assets, man, for real.
And it's not even just assets, you know, it's knowledge. You know,
Fact.
like if you can sell your knowledge or you can make fine money off your knowledge, bro, you rich forever. You know, if I don't have to have a physical product to sell you,
Or a service to provide you.
then nah,
Right,
I
that's
want to
it.
provide a service.
Teaching.
I
Right,
want to provide a service because at the end of the day, if the service is something that I could just tell you, you know, I could teach you,
right.
it ain't take me nothing but talking.
They're real.
And knowledge is more powerful than anything else. But you know, on that note, how you hire something from a black person?
You know what they say.
Put it in the book. You know
That's
what
a
I
fact.
mean?
Put it in the
Put
book.
it in the book.
Yeah.
So you know, you gotta really read. Like, and nah. And when I think about it, another thing that helped my financial literacy is what is it? The Richest Man in Babylon.
Richest Man in Babylon.
That book alone will help you like really understand how to take care of your own finances. You know what I mean? I ain't even finna spoil it or nothing. You got to go read it for yourself. Like honestly, that book right there is really kind of what opened my eyes to ain't nothing changed with money at all. Ain't nothing changed from 1,000 years ago to now.
It's still currency.
It's still currency, and how the rules of money are still the exact same. Ain't nothing changed.
The rules of money, like
yeah,
no, they got rules of money.
there is
services, which is the barter system.
Yes,
That
That is
too.
way more important.
and
than money to some people.
folks don't
That
realize that money is just a part of barter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bartering these little paper notes for a service or for some goods or whatever. You know what I mean? It's still barter and trade, but you got to figure out how to barter properly for that paper.
Still have to elevate, have to evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You have to make profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first man that had his money was black. His name was John Joe Hanson.
Mm.
And he had his own money and currency that only meant something to him that he could use. The government took that idea.
Lockheed in here dropping gems.
Damn.
Y'all know who working the cameras, man. Lockheed, your favorite Lockheed. You know how it go. Lock in with your favorite Lockheed, but what?
Don't get it twisted.
Man, that
Yes,
way,
sir.
man. OG Green in the building, man. Live on the Heavy Grind Podcast, Season 3. Live from the living room, man. You know what I'm saying?
Chopping it up for real, for real.
Nah, that's what we do, man. So, you know, on the Heavy Grind Podcast, I always keep want to say Heavy Grind Radio. You know what I'm saying? I just get in my zone. I just get in my mode. I just be like, yeah, man. But nah, for real. So, on the Heavy Grind Podcast, you know, we try to keep it a buck. I ain't gonna say try to. We keep it a buck. We keep it a stack. We don't really do, dive too far into, taboo situations and current events and, politics and all that. We like to just be free speech and we just like to do our thing here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, got OG Green in the building, man. So tell us, man, what you got going on for 2025, man? What's new? What you got coming, man? I heard you just drop some. I ain't want to spoil it, you know what I'm saying? But I heard you just drop some, man. So what you got shaking, man? Talk to me.
Honestly, I'm trying to well, not trying. I'm finna put out another album this year. You know, and it's been a good little minute. Actually, I never put out an actual album. You know what I mean? Like I done put out EPs, I done put out beat tapes and all this, that, and other. But yeah, I'm working on an album now. You know, the lost tapes. Because at one point in time, I lost all my music, so I was like, man, whatever.
So you lost it. I remember you just telling me that you just lost some stuff. So it's been
I lost everything I want to say 6 to 7 months ago. Everything I had worked on, all the files and all that, lost. Only thing that's left is like MP3s and stuff. So what I'm finna do is everything, a lot of the old stuff that was lost technically that I can't go back and remaster, retouch properly. Just say drop it. You know what I mean? Just drop it. You know what I mean? It's the lost tapes at that point in time. Everything was lost. Why not just drop it? You know what I mean?
Hey, so we coming with the lost tapes, 2025.
Yeah, 2025, the lost tapes, bro. And then just dropped it, man. Cash or Deposit. Yeah.
Cash or Deposit. New
single
single
by yours truly
out right now. Go check that out, man. Cash or Deposit. OG Green, produced by DJ Youngin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit hit right there, bro. And then we got Wild G on the way.
The Wild G, man. Matter of fact, in case they don't know, tell them about Wild G, because we dropped Wild G like years ago, and then, you know what I'm saying, we had to come back and then we re-dropped it, you know what I'm saying, officially. So, man, tell them about Wild G, man. DJ Youngin and OG Green, man.
Man, Wild G. How did that even come about? It all came from when we first met with on the bus and all that. We made, what was it, Leaning Sideways.
Leaning Sideways. That's still one of my favorite songs to this day. Go stream that, man. DJ Youngin, Leaning Sideways.
Yes, sir. That shit go
produced by OG Green.
Yours truly, yeah. Then we went from Leaning Sideways, just kept working, bro. We was like, man, fuck it. We just need to go ahead and put together a whole beat tape, bro. Like, cause we was just coming hit after hit after hit after hit. We was like, man, let's go and wrap this up into a tape. So
music was different back then, right? And then I was digging your whole swag with as far as your patterns, your snares, your drums. Back then, I'm talking about the old sound. You see what I'm saying? So it's like now we here where we at. Now we done elevated, and it's like, bro. Man, you just, matter of fact, you just put me on something else too.
Yeah. And don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
We got something crazy. We got something crazy coming, but go check out that Cash or Deposit, man. Out right now, man. Produced by DJ Young.
Streaming everywhere.
So Wild G means basically a young OG. So would you
Mhm.
consider yourself a young OG?
I always have, always will, bro.
Hence
You
the
know?
name OG
Yeah,
Green.
you know, it's one of those situations for me. I always then gave game to everybody ever since a young age. It ain't matter if you was even my kin. I'm still dropping knowledge on you. You know what I mean? I just feel advanced for my time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, if I could teach young folks, I could teach old folks. Hell, you know, it's a YLG type status. You know what I mean? And I don't even try and place it upon myself at all. It's
Right.
just what it is. So yeah,
Yeah, and then DJ Youngin, man.
young,
I ain't the youngest no more. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Capricorn season. Shout out to all my Capricorns. You know what I'm saying? The mill, we in here, man. We doing our thing. Yeah, man. So
appreciate you.
DJ Youngin, man. It's kind of with the DJ Youngin, the old head with OG Green, the young head. It just made YOG. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep, just mixing everything up, bro. He had that old Atlanta, I had that new Chicago. So
Facts.
that plant just mix it all up. Shit, here's something we ain't never heard before. Honestly, go listen to YOG. You'll see exactly.
All instrumentals. You can
Mhm.
vibe out to. You can ride out to.
Shit,
You know what I'm
spit some
saying?
shit to it. Something.
Freestyle or something. Tag us in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like all the way lit, man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? For real. Don't forget, man. It's the Heavy Grind Podcast Season 3, man. DJ Youngin,
Three.
your favorite lockhead, OG Green. Hey, man,
Yes,
we're going to
sir.
take a quick break, man. We'll be right back at y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Check. It's the Heavy Grind Podcast. You already know. Shout out to your favorite lockhead, the Dreaded Truth. Lock in with your favorite lockhead, but don't get it twisted. Check me out, man. My boy just dropped this song right here, fresh. Front and back with the heavy grind. You know what I'm talking about? With the lockhead symbol. You know I'm locked down with my favorite lockhead. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, so we in here. The Heavy Grind Podcast. Stop by the game room. Get you a beanie. You know it's getting cold this week in the city. Tap in, man. It's the Heavy Grind Podcast, man. Let's get it. Oh man. Hey, yeah, man, we back, man. It's the Heavy Grind Podcast, man. You know what's going on. Season 3 with DJ Youngin and the Dreaded Truth, your favorite lockhead. Lock in with your favorite lockhead, but what?
Don't get it twisted.
You know what I'm talking about? And we still kicking it with OG Green, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? My brother, man. You know what I mean? So,
Day one, bro.
OG Green, man. How you feel about this new age of? Well, first let me ask you this. Okay. Art, right?
Yeah.
Art is, being creative, being able to express yourself, being able to pour into it, regardless of if it's music, poetry, dancing, whatever your craft is, right?
Yeah.
What you think about, or how do you feel about how it's been changed from art to media?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. Back then, it was like feed my starving artist, feed your starving artist. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to really be associated with the term artist anymore. Like, even though if you think about it, real art back then, you think about like Michelangelo and all them real artists.
Right.
Not even just with painting or anything like that. It's the whole craft in total. They are artists in like their mental. Now they trying to kind of pull you away from that, from it being more so an art to like a repetitive formula. Like for real, now that's kind of what it's seeming like.
Media.
So media is more of a calculated, dictated thing. You know what I mean?
So you don't feel like media is a form of art? I mean, there's pictures, videos, sounds.
It can be.
Okay.
It can
that's
be.
fair. That's fair.
Like if you're doing it in a way where it is me like art, you crafting what you're doing. You're not just going out following the same exact thing. You taking every instance and doing it differently, trying
pouring
to make
into it.
Yeah.
Actually putting thought into
Exactly.
it. Taking your time and really building it.
Mm-hmm.
No, for real. Yeah. Everything
there-
microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different, when grandma was in the kitchen putting her toes in the food, man, that was different than your girl throwing something in the air fryer.
That real.
That's
real. And it tastes different.
It-
and it tastes, you can
it
tell.
do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The soul ain't in it.
Yeah.
The soul ain't there.
Hey, they talking about they said the air fryers put metals into the food,
I
man.
wouldn't
I
doubt
just
it.
seen like some liners. They got like some liners
Hmm.
that you can get, so you don't have to put your food like on the racks or whatever. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Man,
But,
yeah.
so
Man.
how you what you think about, you know what I'm saying, the evolution of art and media, and how now it's like it's been turned into quote unquote content creation and influencer, you know what I'm saying, where anybody can just, you know, I mean, it ain't, but before when it was like, like you said, people crafted and they took their time and they really, you can tell the work just by seeing it or hearing it. They had a trademark, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, not as kind of like on the same thing, man. Like content creation, people are trying to race to the top. If it's a race to the top, you're gonna do whatever everybody likes. You're not
Cloud
gonna
chasing.
do, yeah. You're not gonna do what is true to you.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, people can like the thing that you bring to the table if you're just extremely unique and an individual like that. Yes, some people may like it, but majority of the time, there's still a certain crafted formula that has been proven to work. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are gonna follow behind on that. So with content creation, when you get on Instagram, you scroll, you get on Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is that you use, and you sit
Mm.
there and scroll,
See,
you start to see patterns.
but
It's an algorithm.
you just leveled it up from media to social media. You see
It
what I'm saying?
it's all media though.
Yeah. See.
It's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
It goes even just like with news. Like when you got NBC, it's not like NBC's only playing on your TV in your neighborhood. It's all across. So they're gonna talk about some of the same things that are major. You know what I mean? So everybody's following the same pattern, whether or not you know it or not. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you just gotta pay attention.
Mm. Caught up
And
in the matrix.
yeah, I ain't. We could say that. We could say that. You know what I mean? It yeah, content creation is just one of them things where you get caught up in the mix. Like, and I heard this one time, there was like for music artists, if you want to get your stuff popular, go out and start doing some dances. Like, nah, for real. They say go embarrass yourself and do some dances and all that, and I bet you your music will blow.
It's like, okay, so to your point, right, as far as dancing, like, you know what I'm saying, hip hop originally came
From dancing.
from, you know what I'm saying, break dance and MC. You know,
But look at the difference
I mean,
between the
it
dancing.
is a big difference.
Come
You know
on,
what I'm saying?
let's
But
not even
I
play
would
that.
just,
Let's not even play that.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I'm a
a
break
lot of
dancer.
people,
I'm a breaker.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lockheed. You know, Lockheed used to be out there popping and locking and
Yeah, that
you know what I'm saying? Hey, nah, for real 80s baby, like out the outside. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Locking behind the camera.
man. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, OG Green in the
man.
building,
But
man.
yeah, basically it's like different. Even with the dancing, man, it's different. If you look at how in the '90s folks was dancing, now you look at the 2000 how folks was dancing. Even in the tens,
26.
it started getting odd.
So we 5 years into the 20, and
And then, what is this?
hey,
Like, don't get me wrong. Maybe we getting older. You know what I mean?
evolution. I mean, things evolve, things grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the natural course. You know what I'm saying? But the whole
Man,
thing is being able to trust the process
yeah,
and being able to have resilience and patience and most importantly faith. You know what I'm saying?
most
And being
definitely.
connected. You know what I'm saying? Being grounded, man. But
I mean, with that connection on that, how you feel like the connection with the youth is like between the older generation and the younger.
I mean, like, it's rough. Just like I know it's rough. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the whole point of YOG. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can call this like, preventative outreach or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? With YOG, it's like, okay, I understood and know what I went through growing up. You know what I'm saying? Bro, a little bit younger than me, and he telling me about what he went through and what he brought. And I can relate to that. You feel what I'm saying? Then I done got some game from the big homie, so it kind of helped me. So I can get some game from the big homie that can help me, and then I can chop it up there and boom, get what? The little homie could give me some game, and get what? I can show the OG like, hey, look, this what the new, do what they on now. Do what, you know what I mean?
Facts,
So
big facts.
yeah,
Big
we
facts.
trying to bridge that gap, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like we here, man. You know what I'm saying? The Heavy Grind Podcast, man. YOG, man. You know what I'm saying? OG Green, we need to do a YOG show or something. A YOG segment right here. You know what I'm saying? right after the Dreaded Truth, right after Truth Be Told. You know what I'm saying? Or the Gang Room and all the sports heads. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we heavy on the grind over here. Whatever working, whatever twerking at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got this, we got this week. Okay, well, this is what we moving.
Yeah,
We hustlers, we adapt. You know what I'm saying? To whatever. You know what I mean? So it's all relative, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real, man. OG Green in the building, man. So yeah, man, we here, man. So let me ask you this, man.
What's up?
What's your thoughts on, you know, like, staying focused and being able to ignore distractions?
It's the hardest thing ever.
What's some things you do to try to be like, nah, I can't do that right now. I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
That shit hard. Honestly, that's one of the hardest things because like it's so easy.
Full-time job.
Exactly. It's so easy to get distracted because look, at the end of the day, there's things that you want in life and there's things that you need in life. Big different distinction between the two. You know, you got to really be able to tell the difference. You know, so
and be honest with yourself.
Yeah, you got to know. Like for real, sometimes you do things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, and in the moment you know you're not supposed to be doing it, and you still let yourself do it. It's like, bruh,
you human. You know.
Yeah, you human, but you know better.
Yeah.
You know, it comes down to a point in life where if you're gonna stay focused, you know better. You know what I mean? You can't consistently do the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
And see, what you're speaking on really is self-discipline, or willpower. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, like, because like they say, you ain't gonna always be motivated. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. That's when you gotta have that discipline to be. And hey, that's hard though.
But at that point,
that leads into self-motivation.
Yeah.
Then you'll pick up a self-motivation trait. You can get rid of a bad trait and replace it with another
good one. Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta stay focused. Right. Like, no matter what, because like at the end of the day, it's like, fuck your feelings. Your feelings get you in situations and places where you shouldn't be. Like they pull you behind all the time. Like whether you get happy about something, whether you get sad about something, angry about something, you get lustful about something, it don't matter what it is, it's still a feeling. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings, bro. Like at the end of the day, you know what you need to do. You got a certain path, you got a plan. So you just gotta stick to it, bro. Regardless of how you feel in the situation. You know, your first plan is normally your best plan.
Nah, for real.
So that's really
staying focused. So you got to go with your first mind and build your discipline. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna slip up here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Normal.
But
that's normal.
Build your discipline and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's the Heavy Grind Podcast, man. DJ Youngin, the Dreaded Truth, your favorite lockhead. Lock in with your favorite lockhead, but what?
Don't get it twisted.
Man, we got OG Green in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So
in the building.
Yeah, man. So hey, man. You know, before we get up out of here, man, like, drop some game, man. Get some words of wisdom, man. That you can really speak from a place of wisdom, man.
Man, I tell you like this. I said it before. But God will give, then He will take, give it back to you, and take it again. Just to see where your head is, bro.
What you said? Hold on, man. Run that, man. Hold on. OG, y'all like, hey, man. Okay, see, and that what I'm saying, man. Talk to folks.
Man, look, He will take it, give it, take it, give it, man. It don't matter. Over and over till you learn your lesson. It's that simple. Look, life has its ups, it has its downs.
Roller coaster.
Man, you gotta hold on to the highs when you got it. One of my football coaches told me that at one point in time. You know, life has its ups, it has its downs, but when you have the highs, just hold on to it. Try and keep that as long as possible. And then when you hit your next low, just make it a bit higher than the last low. Every single time. That's all you got to do. You know,
Build that foundation.
yeah, it's all about a solid foundation, bro. So look, when God takes from you, accept it. Know why He took it. You know, and just keep moving forward. You know, the lesson ain't gonna learn itself. You got to go through the hard things.
No, for real.
Got to.
And see, you said something right that just sparked something in me because you was like, if I'm not mistaken, you said your football coach told you that.
Yeah.
Man, so like talk about that, man. The importance of being a part of a team. You know what I'm saying? Like as a young man, and how important it is to be able to learn them lessons, them valuable lessons, man. Because you know they got all these statistics about the black family and the man not being in the house and blah blah blah. But you know, just shed a little insight, man, of how important that is, man. Or how that helped you personally.
It boils down to this. My dad always used to say, "It takes a village to raise a child." You know, and that's so true. You know what I mean? You can't just lean on one person for experience because everybody goes through their own things in life, and we might have a jaded view on something that we done been through negatively, but the next man done went through the same exact thing and had a way better experience with it than somebody else did. So
that's a fact.
You getting game from all different angles. You know what I mean? It's not just like looking out your window from one window. Now you could see every other window and in the person's house across the street. You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? You're not just looking from one view all the time. That's why having a coach, you know, yeah, we can go into the specifics of, oh yeah, having a male figure and
right, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
but it's deeper than that. It's more so just it could be male, female, young, old. It's just how many different views you get when you talk to somebody. Don't listen for what you want to hear. Listen to what's said.
So you just said something. You said don't listen for what you want to hear. Listen to what
is said.
That's heavy.
That's simple. You know, we get games sometimes in the oddest situations. We might just go up to the gas station. Somebody might say something, slip right past us, but the person next to us heard it. And they caught every last dime of the game that dude dropped, that woman dropped, whoever.
They may be able to take that, apply that, and execute. And at the same time, it fell on deaf ears.
Exactly. Exactly. You just got to be listening. You know, God speak, and sometimes you just don't hear it.
You know they say, man, God works in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yeah, man. Heavy Ground Podcast. I keep wanting to say Heavy Ground Radio. I gotta break that habit. You know what I'm saying? The Heavy Ground Podcast, man. OG Green, man, it's been a pleasure. Glad to have you back on season 3.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And we finna lock our way in. You know what I'm saying? With your favorite lockhead and drop this Wild G. You know what I'm saying?
G2 coming.
Wild G2. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Wild G3. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple. Matter of fact, go check out that Cash or Deposit out right now. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. I got that Ups and Downs coming soon with You to Go and QAD. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us too, man, on the You to Go and Youngin show. You know what I'm saying? And tell the people where they can follow you at, man, how they can tap in with you, how they can get in touch with you if they want some of your expertise. You know what I'm saying?
Just go follow me on Instagram at THAOG Green. Spotify, you'll find me OG Green, and Apple Music OG Green, everywhere. Like I don't really use Twitter and Facebook, and you can find me there on Instagram if you want some.
Right. OG Green in the building.
Yes, sir.
Heavy Ground Podcast Season 3. DJ Youngin, The Dreaded Truth, your favorite lockhead. Hey, man, y'all know what's going on. Season 3, baby. We up. Salute.
Yes, sir.